He's dead. He died. He fell into the Grand Canyon.
So he's like Queen.
Yeah. No, he's currently actually in the Grand Canyon.
Wait, fell in?
Yes, he fell in. He just fell.
Like Evil Knievel, he tried to jump in
with his truck. I'm gonna take my truck. Here we go.
No, Evil Knievel used like a weird jet car with a parachute on it. Remember that? You ever seen that?
Yes. So that's why there is no Greg today, and that's why we'll be skipping our United movie just for this week, only because Greg's not here.
Well, good.
Because I didn't watch it.
Because I forgot.
It is no problem.
I was traumatized by the choice, so I forgot it.
Traumatized. Okay. So, I guess we'll go with the biggest thing that's going on here. You know, that I guess is entertainment because everyone's talking about it. Queen Elizabeth's death at 96.
Look, there are like millions of people talking about this. I don't think we really do.
I don't think we need to.
I assume everyone listening has known this has happened. And if you don't, well, now you do. And,
yeah.
Well,
I mean, I was
lived 3 years longer than my grandmother did.
I was pretty sure she was immortal at this point. I'm pretty sure she was one of the Highlanders. There can be only one.
Yes, there's a secret place where all the elderly kings and queens of England
just hang
somewhere.
Tough sword fight at some point in time.
Just like when King Arthur is going to come back and save England from his most dire peril. Although why he didn't do it during World War II, I have no idea.
I'm just having check. Your mic's not picking up. She says it sounds like you're a million miles away. Try this one.
Is that working?
How is this one to our open viewer Cheetah? How's this one sounding? Better?
Or am I going to have to...
I just got a yep. So...
Then what's wrong with this one then?
Is it better? Yes or no? Don't send me yep.
Okay. Here's one. Here's the other.
The other one's off. Okay, yes. Green sucks. So just pull this over here because green sucks.
Are you allowed to use that word, Kyle?
Yes. That is in the okay.
But it could be a euphemism for many, many things.
Yes, it could be. But we're not using it for euphemisms.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. So following up the whole Ezra Miller thing, they can't fire him. Not only is he contracted to finish out so many movies, but I guess somewhere in his contract there's a subclause in case if he does crazy stuff that he's not allowed to be fired for it.
It won't matter if he's in jail.
That is very true.
I would assume there at least must be a clause that if he gets incarcerated, it's over.
Yeah. But
because he could go to jail because they will know where those
people are.
Yeah.
Crazy dude. Let's start with your half of things. Things you watched recently.
Why does it have to be me?
Because on the itinerary, you're first.
Why?
Because that's how I formatted it.
Well,
to get you done, so you won't have to talk much more. Because you don't like.
Well, you don't like me hearing me talk. That's your problem.
Sure, that's it.
Really? Rolling your eyes doesn't can count?
No, it doesn't. They can't hear that.
We need a sound effect for that. Anyway.
I mean, I have them on the program, so.
I saw Top Gun Maverick.
How was that?
It's not as good of a movie, I don't think, as the first one. Mostly because there's not as many characters involved in the drama, really.
Yeah.
Because it's all about the training. It's not about off
base,
off duty stuff
where they're outside their lives or interfering.
Because the primary drama is why. Okay, I go. Can we do this mission? Why is Maverick so much better than everyone else, even though he's like 30 years older than them? and is Rooster, Goose's son, gonna forgive Maverick? Which obviously, he
does.
He does.
Well,
spoiler alert.
Goose doesn't forgive Maverick.
No, it's Rooster.
Goose's son, right?
Yeah.
And then Val Kilmer can't talk. Or it hurts.
Literally.
It hurts to talk.
Well, he had cancer of the throat or whatever.
Yeah.
So he has like a weird, kind of like a Stephen Hawking thing, I guess, in real life. In the movie, he just types on a computer screen.
Yeah.
And that part was pretty good. Because they basically said that Iceman basically bailed out Maverick all the time.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Because he saved his life back in the day, so he's like, I wouldn't be here without him. So, well...
I'll excuse anything he
He's
does.
still the best pilot in the world, apparently.
For no reason other than he's Maverick.
Tom Cruise. That is the best part of it, is when because they actually had the actors in the cockpit and stuff.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool when I heard about it. I still won't go see it just for the principle of the thing.
Because you don't like Tom... You want to give money to Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Why? Because Scientology? Or what?
No. Yeah, Scientology and he's got weird teeth. I don't support people with weird teeth.
What, with the tooth right in the middle like
yes.
that?
His center tooth.
It's like a plow.
Yeah, it has when you have a tooth that has an ego.
All right.
That wants to take center stage. So that's cool.
Because they had a couple parts with, the younger pilots, camaraderie thing in the bar, and he's all sad, and
yeah,
Jennifer Connelly's kind of there for him, and but it's mostly about the mission.
Yeah,
because there's only one singular mission. It's not about the school.
Fair enough. That's cool. Anything else you watched recently? Or
I saw the She-Hulk episodes, but
yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Something I've watched. As far as watching stuff, there hasn't been too much that's been, doing it for me. Rewatched The Hobbit. And that was so...
Almost good?
Yes. It was almost...
The action scenes are decent. I think they're a little bit too much of it.
Yeah, I think they're a little too crazy with some of the scenes.
The most crazy
Especially the super fat dwarf that somehow can do all the craziness stuff. The one with the bald head that looks like a friar.
No, the one that always kills me is the really big one with the beard, and then he's in the barrel, and then he's waving.
Yeah, that's the one that looks like yeah, that guy.
Bombeer?
Yeah, he never talks or anything.
It's Bombeer.
Yeah,
he's the biggest one.
Yep. I forgot how much I liked it, but I also forgot there's parts of it I didn't like.
The parts I don't like are mostly like they had plenty. They didn't need to show the elves jumping over the trees before they killed the spiders. They could have just killed the spiders, and you got the fact that they're really agile and stuff.
Yeah,
you don't need to see them sneaking up on them. It wasn't necessary.
Or just have like one jump through a tree and shoot an elf.
I'm of the opinion that they didn't need 3 movies for this. 2 would be fine.
Yes, 2 would have been fine, but they had to.
I think he was contracted for 3 or something.
Yeah,
like
that was contracted.
And then there's what's the guy's name? The Benicio, not what's his name? The Spanish guy, Del Toro, the Spanish filmmaker, did Labyrinth, Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah, Benicio El Toro or whatever his name is. That guy.
Some
Spanish McName person.
Guy did Hellboy. I forget his name.
Yeah, I can't think of his. Benicio del Toro.
No, that's the actor.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, he was supposed to do it, and he did a bunch of storyboards for it, and he didn't.
Yeah. The thing that I always hated about the next 3 was the CGI, because you could tell that they CGI'd a lot of New Zealand in, and it just didn't match up right as comparatively of just shooting in New Zealand. But that's
Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo.
My pronunciation.
Gizmo del Toro.
Hey, the cinematographer is another Guillermo Navarro.
Nice. So that was my thing with it, and then the second movie's like really crazy.
And I just don't. I wish they would stay away from the Scottish accents for the dwarves all the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't technically Scottish. It was Irish, technically, because it was what's his name, the one comedian, Danny something. Anyway, he was the actor for the King.
Yeah,
on the riding pig or whatever, or whatever.
Yeah,
that was weird.
Oakenshield.
No, it's not that guy. That was the guy in the. I'm talking about the guy with the big army.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. He was in the third one.
Yeah.
The 2 armies or 5 armies.
5. The 2 armies or the 5 armies or the 6 ones.
More than one. More than one army. Yeah, I liked it. There's a lot of things I still like about it, but it didn't hit me like as much as the Fellowship did. The Fellowship got me right in the feels. Just because it's so pretty. It brought a tear to my eye.
I always like the second one better, but that's just because.
Cheetah rewatched Constantine with Keanu Reeves.
That's okay.
It is okay.
Look. He's not British, so that kind of ruins the whole thing.
Yeah.
Kind of. But I also think that the TV show one is a little bit
too much.
Too on point with it.
Yeah, they gotta find a nice balance.
I'm like, if he's gonna go all the way, he might as well be like acting like the mobsters from like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels or something.
Yeah,
go like all the way.
I agree.
You know what I mean? But they should have just set it in New York and got some blonde guy. They didn't have to get Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Whatever.
With what else have I watched?
Billy Connolly is the guy who did the voice for the King of the Dwarves.
Okay. What else have you watched? Well, I'm going through my Rolodex of my mind.
I don't know.
You don't know what you watched?
An incredible amount of like police procedurals, but that's not no fun to talk about.
That's no fun to talk about. Yeah, let's talk about pit stopping.
Let's talk about
pit maneuvers,
depressing stuff about cops. I don't know.
Or pit maneuvers. Yeah, let's talk about the procedurals for pit maneuvers. No, Kangen Ashura's getting another season.
What is that?
It's the new Baki the Grappler show. I thought I watched it with you.
I've seen Baki the Grappler. I don't know the names of these things.
You should.
So it's probably likely.
Why not?
We've talked about the theories and why it's the original's the most interesting one to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mostly because the weird demon back thing. Plus the guy can like punch tanks and stuff.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, the main antagonist can punch tanks.
My martial arts are so strong I can punch through a tank.
Yeah. And I defeated whole army regiments by myself inside jungle warfare by kung fuing them to death. Kangen Ashura is pretty interesting. It's not as over the top as Baki the Grappler, but I liked it.
What's the point then?
Because it's good.
Look, to me, the only reason anime is good is because of the over the top stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't know if I don't necessarily need like Gundam Wing where they have like a light background and they're moving real fast and doing poses and stuff. But come on, you don't want like I don't know, just some guy walking and going to an office and then like drinking coffee and then going home. Like some of them are.
Yeah, some of the slice of life things. Yeah,
this is fine, but then at least in those, eventually there's something weird happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's true.
And then there's the Studio Ghibli stuff, which is like mostly nice stories about childhood.
Yeah,
most of the time
with weird graphics, with weird anime. I'm trying to think what else they just saw. They canceled Resident Evil. We talked about that last time on the show, but we can't actually hear it because the audio messed up. But yeah, they canceled that crappy Resident Evil show.
Good.
Good. Very good.
Look, I've never actually seen the beginning of the show. Tried to watch the first 5 minutes of the movie. Raccoon City movie or whatever it was. It's like the thing. Look, here's what's up. It's worse than the cutscenes from the early video games.
Barry,
you know the early video games and how like weird the CGI was.
I own them all.
It looked worse. It was like a late '90s, like it was like you remember the show Birds of Prey?
Yes,
it's like that kind of bad. Where they're trying to be edgy.
Speaking
but it's not
of
really working.
Terrible stuff, can I get you to watch a terrible show?
What a terrible show is?
Scorpion, the Black Scorpion or whatever from the 90s.
That one.
The 90s with the lady cop who becomes the Night Scorpion or whatever.
Oh yeah, with the outfit.
With the weird outfit, yeah. Night Scorpion.
Are you sure it's Night Scorpion or is it Scorpion?
Scorpion TV show. I don't know. It was Black Scorpion or something like that. It was really bad. I just remember that. Scorpion. It's just called Scorpion, I believe. No, that's definitely not it. I don't know. I'll find it. It's terrible though.
There is a show called Scorpion, but it has nothing to do with that. That actually was on CBS back in 2014 to about 2018. So no, probably Black Scorpion, because I remember it.
It was terrible. I remember I was trying to get you to watch an episode of it, and you're like, "Nope." You just immediately left the room.
Why should I watch stuff like that?
Because it's fun.
You like that stuff, and I like things with subtitles, so I can torment you.
Yeah, Frenchies.
That was just that one show.
Yeah, fair enough.
That was a good show, kind of an interesting concept.
Is it Black Scorpion?
Black Scorpion, the series, one season, obviously.
I miss those times.
It's 2001 though.
Yeah,
it was like the tail end of the 90s. Basically.
Yeah, and
kind of like how the 80s were like the decade of like music videos.
Yeah,
there's one music video called Wild Wild West where they had like a weird, like everybody had long hair until like 92, and then they quit having long hair. It was weird.
Yeah. We're revealing our ages, Dan. Stop it.
Well, I've got to be the old guy.
Yeah, old grumpy guy.
I'm not grumpy.
Old grumpy Dan, the prospector. Because now you're a prospector. You went from transient to prospector.
Okay. You want me to call you names? Is that what this is?
Yeah, sure. We'll get into that. No,
You know what people also search for? Birds of Prey, obviously.
Yep.
Arrow.
Ugh.
Andromeda.
I don't know what that is.
Well, it has a Kevin Sorbo in it.
Oh, I remember Andromeda. Okay. Isn't that like the Babylon 5 thing?
It's not. I don't know what it is. It might be an offshoot of Babylon 5.
I think it is. Babylon.
Oh no, it's a space opera based on unused material by Gene Roddenberry. So it's a Star Trek guy.
Oh, okay.
And it's terrible, but it got 5 seasons. So I don't know.
Anything Star Trek.
And then Kevin Sorbo went to do all the Christian movies.
Yep. And now he's a little
forever.
Yeah. He shows up to stuff.
He does.
Yeah. I could have met him. But I want to pay the money to.
I always like Hercules better than Xena. So.
Oh my god, I love Hercules.
Xena was just a little too weird for me.
Can we do that? Can we just rewatch all Kevin Sorbo Hercules?
Well, you want to do Xena too?
I mean, I will.
The problem with Xena is they're trying to be jokey way too much. Like all the time. They always had male sub characters who are kind of like
idiots
geeky or nerdy or just money rubbing thieves. Like what was it? What's his stupid name? Evil Dead guy. He was
Ash Williams.
No, the actor. He was
Bruce
in that
Campbell.
Bruce Campbell. He played a thief in a couple of them.
Yeah, the world's greatest thief, but he sucked. But he always got away with it somehow. Like he had skills, but he was always so idiotic. Yeah, I remember him.
So anyway.
Yeah. So Kang and Ashura, we spun off of that real hard. Spiraled down that. They brought back a lot of the Resident Evil movies. Speaking of Resident Evil, they're all on Netflix right now, so I'm gonna go back through them.
Why?
Because I want to.
After the first two, it just basically goes down the rabbit hole of weirdness, and then it becomes like a post-apocalyptic movie for no reason.
I know they're bad,
especially the one with Las Vegas. That was the worst one for me.
Oh no! Did you see 7 and 8?
No, I didn't. I stopped after that.
Oh my gosh!
Actually, the last one I actually saw was the one which is the one where in the beginning there's a bunch of clones of her and they're attacking a tower.
That's 5. All right, let me go through this in order. Number 1 was the
Lab.
Hive.
Yeah, the regular.
Number 2 was the Raccoon City. Number 3 was Las Vegas. Number 4 was all the clones. Number 5 was the prison.
So I guess I skipped over the Las Vegas one.
4 or 5 was the prison. 6 was the one with Leon Kennedy, where they're in Russia underneath the ice, and then 7 was another super post-apocalyptic. Oh, the 7 is also another super post-apocalyptic one. They get crazy.
But there's also a huge amount of scenes involving, zombified Dobermans and things that cut people in half.
Yes.
Lots of that.
Absolutely.
Now, they kind of understand that because they'd have standardized security procedures. But come on. Laser grids all the time? Really?
Yeah, because laser grids are cool.
Guess so.
Cool people have laser grids. What else was gonna? So, what was I gonna say? What was I gonna talk about? We have Palm Beach or Palm Island or whatever that show was that we have to watch.
Should I ask the internet again?
Yeah, I can't remember that thing's to save my life. I'd have to look on the episode thing. I mean, technically, you don't have to watch it because according to the episode, we never did. We never spun for it.
It's Palm Springs. Probably.
Palm Springs, maybe.
Probably. 2020 film. Yeah.
Okay, Palm Springs.
Pretty soon, Palm Springs is going to be like, the Salton Sea. It's going to be a dried up husk.
So, with the about to be released Black Adam movie.
Ugh.
Yeah. I figured
Has Pierce Brosnan in it.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. What do you think Disney? Not Disney. What do you think DC should do as far as a superhero movie?
It should be the Green Lantern stuff, not the core, but all of them.
Yeah, you mean the core?
No, there's the Green Lantern core, and then there's all the other ones.
Oh, you mean all the lanterns?
They have to have some sort of variety visually, otherwise it's going to be green everywhere.
I think they should do the Sinestro Corps versus the Green Lantern Corps, and then start to introduce.
Well, because they have they do have a Green Lantern movie. It's not the best movie.
It was a trash fire.
I wouldn't call it a dumpster fire. It's not that bad.
It was a dumpster fire, Dan.
All
right. This is going to be the episode.
I think
you have to bring up points to defend this movie, and I will bring up points.
No, I'm not talking about the movie itself. I'm just saying that the actors were pretty good, and it wasn't his fault. It's not like the actor's almost never to blame for a bad movie. He did a pretty good job from what he was miscast, I think. But
he should have been Kyle Rayner.
But he did what he could do with the material. It wasn't that great of a movie.
No,
it was a standard.
Now the dude that got to play Sinestro was great.
Yeah,
but it's not hard to play Sinestro.
You just got to be an arrogant prick who thinks he knows.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know if that counts or not.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, we'll find out. But yeah, be arrogant and pretend.
If I get struck by lightning, then we know it's bad.
Dan, no.
I deserve that.
You're
and for many other things.
You're 33.3% of the show. Every other week.
So technically half that.
You're right. So I want them to do a question, movie or show.
Look, he can't carry his own movie.
He could carry a show though.
Maybe, but the problem is most of that material is fairly highbrow for a comic book. Having like objectivist philosophy in a comic book, really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Although you could have, what was it? What's her name?
Oh, Renee Montoya?
No, because in some of their early comic books, he just got super lucky all the time.
Yeah.
Like the one I read,
Can I steal some of your phone charger power? Thank you, sir.
Anyway, what's her name? What's the best?
Oh, never mind. This is not going to work.
The best martial artist.
Shiva.
Yeah,
Shiva.
Yeah, she's in there because she works for like a rival a mafia organization. He's trying to figure out about somebody being murdered or whatever, and then she could have killed him, but she wants to figure out where he learns martial arts and all that sort of stuff.
Fair enough. Martian Manhunter.
That would be good. But the thing is, you can't. The way they should do it is basically to never show him as Martian Manhunter, like almost never.
Yeah.
They'll have like glowy eyes once in a while, and he does something creepy, but they don't know who he is.
Yeah.
And then like once every 3 or 4 episodes, he'll do something.
He'll go like his regular traditional thing, beat somebody up and then go back.
Right. He like threatened somebody because like one of the things I saw was he was like investigating something in the Denver Police Department, and a guy was beating on his wife, and he just threatened him and scared the
crap out of him.
Yeah, and then because he pretended he was her, and then he transformed into himself.
Fair enough. That's a good way.
So
Etrigan.
I don't know. Baby Etrigan's cool, but I don't know about regular Etrigan.
I like regular Etrigan. The only problem is getting a movie where you can find an actor who can keep the rhymes going.
Well, that's only when he's the demon, though.
Yeah, I know.
But when he's Jason Blood, he's not the demon.
So who would be a good Jason Blood, though?
I don't know, any brown-haired guy?
I mean,
there's a lot of brown-haired actors.
I have my casting choice.
Who's your casting choice?
Do you really want to hear?
Yeah, I do. Sure.
Fassbender.
No. He doesn't look anything like Jason Blood.
Yes, he does.
He has to look number one, he's way too old. Jason Blood's like a barely adult wizard.
No,
he was like the apprentice. Oh, he was like the bucket boy for Merlin in the comics. Yeah, he was. And Merlin put the demon into him because the Camelot was falling, and he needed to make sure the demon didn't come back and try to kill him. That's the story.
Yeah, I know.
So don't give me the Fassbender's like what, my age?
No,
not quite.
He's a little bit between me and you. Oh, good old handsome Michael Fassbender.
You just want to see him shirtless or something.
Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know. I would really.
I have no idea who should be it. I don't know.
Trying to think of other good ones that they could do. Because honestly, I don't want to see the DC universe collapse and them trying to restart. I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, they don't need to restart. Most people know what these characters are.
Yeah.
It's like Superman. Why they keep trying to do an origin story for Superman is ridiculous. And I don't like Man of Steel that much, mostly because of the sonic boom concept.
Yeah.
He's magic. You don't need a sonic boom. It's not necessary.
Fair enough.
The Christopher Reeve one was fine. He just floats around, goes as fast as he wants. Now, granted, the whole, turning back time by reversing the rotation of the Earth's ridiculous, but
that was awesome. Or his
Michael Fassbender is technically Irish.
Nice.
Even though he speaks like he's older than me. He's 45.
Wow.
He's only older than me by like 4 or 5 months.
So he's a gray fox, huh?
Okay.
Oh man.
What's that?
That's my fiance. She told me how she feels about me and my man crush for Michael Fassbender.
I didn't even get to read it.
Oh, it's just the very bottom one.
Okay.
No,
I thought that was reading off the big one.
No, just the bottom one. Someone's a little jealous.
You have no chance. He's already married, for one thing.
You have no chance.
He's a rich and famous actor. You can get any woman,
or man he wants.
I don't know, or man.
Not some schlub from Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
He's a world-traveling, technically Irish actor, even though he speaks like German and Dutch and a few other languages, right?
Right?
I don't know.
Oh, so handsome.
He's the only reason Assassin's Creed's any good at all.
That is also very true.
That and the guy who plays the dude from The Wire? He was in it.
Yeah.
He's unfortunately dead now. Which is too bad.
They already did Aquaman. They already did most of the main cast, right? Flash. We're getting a Flash movie.
Not him, though. He's not going to be the Flash in the future. Even if they do redo a movie, they're not going to give him that movie.
Yeah.
Plus, he's like a font of bad publicity.
Yeah, he is. So is So is Amber Heard.
Plus, he runs weird.
Yeah, he does. He sucks at running. Amber Heard's bad for publicity. DC's very good at hiring people for bad publicity.
Well,
I mean, Marvel has what's her face who plays Captain Marvel.
Well, that's just because she takes a bad interview and she doesn't know what to say.
Yeah, she just runs her mouth.
I like the literal eye rolling during interviews from Jeremy Renner.
You're right. What is that chick's name? I can't think of her name to save my life all of a sudden.
No, it's not her. Brie Larson.
Brie Larson, yeah. She just she's just a miserable person.
Because I was mistaking her for Allison Brie, who's a totally different person.
Yeah, Brie Larson's just a miserable person and needs to keep her mouth quiet. She caused quite a stir there for a while, which she's done. She's actually kept herself kind of quiet. And then I like the meme that just came up about her with her Twitter page or whatever, of like, she's like, I'm an actress and a dog lover and all this other stuff. And then they show Robert Downey Jr. and goes, you know who I am. It's just a picture of him next to an Iron Man suit. Says, you know who I am. He doesn't do a profile, like a big profile like she does. Like I'm a nature hobbyist and vegetable eater, and like
some people look. She's kind of like, I don't know, the female. What was it? Martin Sheen. You know, Martin Sheen sometimes can't stop talking about things that he is thinking.
Yeah,
she's kind of like him. He just says stuff sometimes.
Fair enough.
And doesn't know that it's bad.
Yeah.
Or looks kind of weird.
He's like, oh, I'm famous. I'll just say what I want. No one will do anything about it.
No, I'm not saying he's a bad guy. I'm just saying it's a little weird.
Yeah.
That's why Twitter is not good for some people.
Right?
So, yeah, as far as DC goes,
there's not many more people that can do that are worthwhile.
Well, Green Lantern, unfortunately, has a lot of computer-generated stuff, and it'd be expensive. And they lost a lot of money on that last one. So
yeah. They can stop doing Batman for a while.
Yeah, that was a disappointment.
Like, Batman's my favorite.
That wasn't even a disappointment because I wasn't expecting anything. As soon as I saw the trailer, I was like,
Batman's my favorite, but they need to move on.
They need to change the villains. They keep trying to ride.
They have Atom Smasher and
yeah, all the heroes no one knows.
Yeah.
Like
Hawkman, Atom Smasher.
Too bad they don't Wildcat.
Stargirl. Oh,
Wildcat and his kid.
Ooh.
That would be a cool subplot where like he's like the old guy, but then he finds out he has a son, and the son is technically a werewolf. He is. The kid's literally like half like a were creature.
Nice.
Like a cat man.
I have to read that because that sounds awesome.
Because it's like from like one of the early heroines back in the day, and she was like mutated somehow. It's weird. But it's a weird book anyway.
They're all weird.
I wonder if they're gonna have the Magic Green Lantern in that.
Oh, I'd love that. They should do a Justice Society of America movie.
Yeah, I like the one comic where he literally got beat up by a crook with a wooden bat because his weakness is wood because it's magic. It's weird.
Yeah.
He got hit in the back of the head with a bat by some dude.
After he beat up all these other criminals that have superpowers, some dude just Billy clubs him with a...
Well, if he doesn't see him.
Fair enough.
You know.
Because Wildcat would be awesome. I'd like to see a Wildcat movie.
I don't think he can carry one by himself.
I think you could do a movie where it's like him going through his old age and having to pass the mantle on. Like it'd be more of a...
So like a half-baked...
Rocky Balboa movie.
No.
Yes.
It's been done.
I know it's been done.
Creed already exists. We don't need another one.
Yes, we do.
Except with a character almost no one knows. Except for nerds. Nerds.
What other...
Oh, you could have the original Flash, and then he just takes it away from Ezra Miller, and then Ezra Miller goes away.
Yeah, falls into Speed Force, never to be seen again.
And he goes, "Who's this guy? Oh, this is Wally West, the real Flash,
right?"
Or Bart Allen, the real Flash. He doesn't look. Ezra Miller was Bart Allen, wasn't he?
Nope.
This is the real one.
Yeah, some other crazy.
This
guy.
tall, handsome guy is the Flash, not this average height, brown-haired guy.
Right.
Just some dude.
This crazy midget with a...
He's not a midget.
He's like small.
He's like maybe...
He's like 5 foot something.
So am I.
Yeah, but
not everybody can be 6'2", Kyle.
Yes, they can. In the DC universe, they can.
Well, everybody literally is 6'2".
Yeah.
Superman 6'2", Batman 6'2". I think Wally West and Bart Allen might be at least 6'1".
You're right. Then you got the midget people, which are like women oh no, she's 5'11".
Unless you're an Amazon, then you're like
6'6"
foot 6'6" or something,
Yeah, right.
for no reason.
Looking down Superman, hey, what's going on, Superman? Or Giganta, who's 20 feet tall.
Well, that's when she's not.
Yeah.
But
Speaking of DC, I was watching the Harley Quinn show. That's the other thing I've been watching. Season 3's out. It's good. I like this season a lot more than I liked
who's the big-headed mentalist guy again?
Dr. Psycho.
Is he still on the team?
Yeah,
or did he get thrown off? Because he got
All
thrown off for a little while, wouldn't he?
So season 1, he joins the team, helps Harley do her mission.
Didn't he try to do some mind control?
Then season 2 is about her trying to get everything under control and take over the city after she put everything in disarray because the other villains took over. Since she like destroyed the city and caused chaos, that's all she wanted. And then she realized like Penguin and all them were working against her to take control of the city. So she works against them, and then at the end she meets Darkseid.
Why?
To get control of a parademon army to help her get control of the city.
So
It's crazy. It's all over the place. It's so good though, because how they play everybody. Season 3 is right after Harley and Poison Ivy just get into their relationship. So it's, the whole first 2 seasons was like Poison Ivy trying to help Harley become who she is. And then this whole season's been focused around Harley trying to help Poison Ivy. Because Poison Ivy wants to do her Eden plan, save the world, plants, so on.
And murder a huge amount of people.
Yeah, all the bad humans. So.
Oh, really? They changed it?
Like, she was.
In the comics, she's literally an eco-terrorist. She doesn't care about people.
Yeah. No, she still doesn't, but she does try to give, like, people who are actually trying to do the right thing with plants and stuff.
Well, no, she's not that bad. After the No Man's Land thing, certain like little kids and stuff she can indoctrinate. She likes.
Yeah, that's kind of what. So,
but
this season's been about her trying to get this plan going to recreate her like super garden.
Where at?
In Gotham.
Why in Gotham? Why is it so special about Gotham exactly?
It's the best.
There are tons of empty space in the United States she could do. She couldn't just take over some like corporate factory somewhere.
So it's really good because season the first couple episodes are like her trying to figure out her plan. She starts to get success. Her friend gets kidnapped, which is also the catalyst. She has a plant named Frank, who's a smart mouth talking black guy plant. And she figured out how to create the serum to make him a super plant to be able to regenerate all the plants in Gotham and make them super strong. And he gets kidnapped. So there's a little break in the overarching story. One episode was focused around the Joker being a stepdad and a professional villain at the same time, where he's trying to butter up the head of the PTA to get a dual lingo.
I remember that.
To get a dual education for dual language kids together. Because his half...
Is he going around like some Puerto Rican woman or something?
Yeah, he's with a Mexican woman who... and she has a son named Belnicio, and people were making fun of him because he's, got a Spanish name. So he wants to get a dual language class going. And the head of the PTA is one of them snooty, uptight white girls. So he's trying to talk her into helping him, and she don't like him because she's just mean. So the Joker runs for mayor.
Oh gosh.
And it's great because his first day is like campaigning. He robs a bank as a professional villain. And they're like, what are you going to do? He goes, I'm going to reform healthcare and create dual lingual programs in school and all this stuff. They're like, that sounds like you're a socialist. He goes, I am a socialist. And he goes, looks at this lady, goes, I'm distributing all the money back to the people of Gotham. And he looks at this lady who's laying on the ground with one of his henchmen holding a gun to her, and he just takes a wad of money and hits her in the face with it. He's like, I thought you were going to catch that. We locked eyes. It looked like... He goes, it looks like you're ready for it. And she just gets hit in the face with a big wad of cash that's like bound up, so it hits her hard. And it's so funny. So then Two-Face goes to run for mayor against the Joker. And then Jim Gordon. So in this whole season, Jim Gordon is a drunk burnt out cop whose life is a mess because he's obsessed with being a cop and being Batman's friend. That's his whole arc. Like
Well, this is why I think this is kind of like a projection of Harley Quinn's mind. Like, this is the way she perceives things.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But it's so funny. So he's trying to go for mayor because Two-Face is like mistreating him. So he's trying to go against Two-Face too. Mm-hmm. So then Two-Face tricks Jim Gordon into working with him. So they kidnap Joker's stepson. Mm-hmm. And Joker, is like, hey, I'm a family man now, so I'll drop out of the race, Two-Face, if you guys just let my son go. And Two-Face is like, nope, we're going to kill him and you anyways. So then Jim Gordon has a change of heart because he's like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be a good cop. And they get sent on this one of Joker's old traps, like a roller coaster of death.
Of course.
And Joker, him are screaming, and he's like, hey, there's nothing to be scared of. And then somebody jumps on, he goes, oh, thank gosh, it's Batman. And it's actually Jim Gordon trying to save him to do the right thing. And he goes, son, we can panic now. We're going to die. Jim Gordon's here. And then...
so Batman generally isn't around anymore?
Batman in this world is very super stereotype version of Batman. So in this season, he's dating Selena Kyle. Mm-hmm. And she broke up with him because he's super clingy. Because he's still so obsessed about his parents' death and trying to be...
That's literally not what happens.
I know.
It's like the exact opposite.
Exactly. So he's super clingy towards her and stuff. So she breaks it up. She breaks up with him. So he's busy crying in the Batcave, starting his own ska band. His own sad music ska.
That's why I still think this is like a Harley Quinn's perception thing. She's like, I don't see him forever, so he must be just crying in his cave.
Right? It's really good.
I know it's good.
Oh, it's got moments. It's got some great moments.
I like Bane.
Bane is the best.
I don't know what his hobbies are, but it's like everything.
Yeah, he's just into random stuff. And then he has moments of insight, like where he's super knowledgeable, and then he gets mad because he like trips over something that was in the way, and he gets mad and throws it out a window or blows something up. Like he blew up a yogurt stand because the kid kept calling him by the wrong name, so he got mad and blew him up. But
oh yeah.
So then Joker becomes mayor. And he now he spends all his time as mayor like doing stuff for like bilingual kids and stuff to help out his kids so they get in the best college. So while he's torturing this lady, that lady he doesn't like, that's head of the PTA. So he's just torturing her. He took her parking spot. He goes, I'm your nightmare now. He's like throwing pies at her all the time and just, I love it. I love how satire, it's so written satire. And the latest episode was Harley Quinn used Dr. Psycho. They brought him back to join the team again to invade Bruce Wayne's mind because you find out Bruce Wayne kidnapped Poison Ivy's plant. And they start, so Harley Quinn's going through his mind trying to, find the information of where the plant's at. Mm-hmm. And the way they put it is Bruce Wayne blames himself for his parents' death. So he takes his childhood self, his childhood subconscious that never grew out of that, and he constantly runs him through his parents' death over and over with psychological torture to keep him remembering that it's his fault that his parents died. So he won't get beyond it and try to make himself a better human, so he blames himself. So when they're in his mind, right, Harley Quinn's like talking to his inner child. Mm-hmm. And then the person that you thought was Joe Chill the whole time is actually adult Bruce Wayne, blaming his childhood self for that. So he's like, so when he finally gets his childhood self back from Harley Quinn, he goes, come on, champ, let's go watch your parents die and let's take the blame for it like we do every year. It's just crazy. It's so crazy because it shows how crazy Bruce Wayne is.
But that's not what he really does, though.
No.
What he really does is use that to make sure no one else has to go through that. Yeah. That's the whole point.
But he blames himself because if he wouldn't have...
Yeah, he might blame himself. Look, my thing is that my perception is like, isn't this like some sort of weird like mental separation he does against mind control? Kind of. Because why is Dr. Psycho not know he's Batman then?
Right. Very good reason.
I'm like, now granted, I don't like comic books that are too off the rails, so the Harley Quinn show would probably get tiring for me. eventually.
But I think they do a nice change of pace every other episode to keep it funny, to keep
Because
it
it's
good.
very Looney Tunes.
Not quite that bad. Oh, it's not that Looney Tunes. I'm glad it's not that Looney Tunes.
It reminds me a lot of Animaniacs. I'm sorry, it does.
It's not quite that bad.
I know, not quite, but pretty close.
No, it's probably about half that at best.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. So they had Swamp Thing in it. Swamp Thing was just recently in the show.
So he's just walking through,
No, he's
grabbing a cup of coffee.
he's one
and
of
leaving.
pretty much he's one of Poison Ivy's friends because the green, because they introduced the green and all that. And what he is
He's also the manifestation of it on Earth. So.
yeah. So he's like
she better be friends.
Yeah, she's like friends with him, and he's like, and like the way they put him is he's like a new age hippie.
Oh god,
Like he's a hipster. So he's got like the beaded necklace and the man bun in the back, and it's great. I love him as this.
Oh,
And like when they first introduce him and Poison Ivy aren't getting along, and he goes, "You want to know why we stopped being friends? Because you didn't care about my crippling divorce that my wife put me through because I was a plant monster." It's awesome. And the through line through all this is Nora Freeze. In like the first season, Victor Freeze figured out a way to cure her, but he died to do so.
Okay.
So Nora Freeze in the last 2 seasons has been going crazy, like living it up, like living the super single woman lifestyle because, she's been frozen for how many years? And she like hooks up with Swamp Thing and it's so crazy. It's funny. It's really,
So they're going the opposite of the tragic Batman story.
yeah. She just went wild.
No, really, almost all of Batman stuff's about tragedy in some way.
Yeah.
So, except, well, Harley Quinn is kind of too.
Harley Quinn is absolutely. Dan, can you check what time it is? Because my phone has officially died. I just want to make sure we're not over.
It is 13 minutes of.
All right, so 47. All right. So let's talk about good old She-Hulk. Episode 3?
3, I think. Yeah.
Let's talk about this.
Have you seen it?
Not fully. Most of it.
You saw most of it.
Yep.
Well, we're leading up with it. The second one was the end was her punching a disco reject.
No, that was episode 1.
That was one. What's the second one again?
I think the second one is
Where she gets the new job. I thought that was the second one.
Yeah, I think the second one's the new job.
And then her first court case was that thing. And then at the end, after that, she had to go over to the maximum security prison.
Yeah, that's episode 3 is where she tries to help Abomination.
Well, at the end of the second one, she meets him at the end of the episode.
Yeah. But yeah, third one, like Wong shows up and like, "Hey, I know Abomination. He's fine. He's good." I love how well they're doing that with him, like that he's just around and they've turned him into such a lighthearted character.
Because Wong, he was like, "I'm just learning how to be Sorcerer Supreme and all this other stuff, so I don't really have time to do all this." No, you have to do this stuff because you broke out of the maximum security facility for a cage match. Which he did.
Yeah, for
He goes,
Shang-Chi.
I needed a worthy opponent. And he's the only one I could find, so who wouldn't totally destroy me, so I need.
Yeah. That was good. There's
And they had the parts with Blonsky where he had the serial killer groupies. Like literally like six ladies with like
his soulmates.
The soulmates. They were dressed like what was it? Midsommar, that one Swedish movie?
Yeah, like they're like the goddess hippie children with all the white flowing gowns.
There's
and stuff.
that one movie where they had a cult and they killed people at the end of Midsummer or whatever. For
Okay.
In Sweden, you ever heard of that movie?
No.
Well, it's a Swedish movie where some tourists go to the middle of nowhere and end up getting, it's kind of like The Wicker Man,
Yeah, not the piece.
But yeah, he was my soulmate. He doesn't even care about him. He's just like, they're there. Okay.
I missed that part. Did they let him out or no?
What?
Did they release him?
They didn't get to that yet.
Okay.
Because at the end, she's still. I forget what.
I know he transformed.
Because I know they had the hearing inside the cell.
Yep, he transformed. Everyone
And he
freaked out.
and the lady, the black actress playing one, she totally freaked out. She was like screaming.
Yeah, she's like falling on the ground, like shaking.
Why are you? Isn't this supposed to hold him?
Yeah, like isn't this cell to hold him anyway? So it's not like he's getting out.
He's not the Hulk. He can't not die. But anyway, they made him look more like the comic book version,
which is fine.
Yeah. And then she's freaking out, and then he goes, "You gotta stop! You gotta stop doing it." Okay. So he goes back down, and then I forget. Wong was like,
"I gotta go."
He goes, "I gotta go. You can't go. You just broke the law." But he goes, "Oh, okay."
And he just
walks into a portal.
The portal and walks away. And then near the end, they have the wrecking crew.
Oh, that's the end. Near the end, because she was going home after that part, and the wrecking crew were trying to. That's the end of
steal her blood.
Yeah, they were trying to steal her blood. That's the end of it. I thought it was. I forgot about that. And they were like, if you don't know, the wrecking crew were like a group of super powered hooligans,
construction workers.
The main guy, were they construction workers?
The one was like they were all part of a
demolition thing.
Yeah, like they were all part of a group that was like convicts that were on work release.
Oh yeah, and they have a ridiculous origin story where they get super strength and durability from like a magic crowbar.
Yeah, their main guy gets a magic crowbar that he gives them all like crazy magical powers based off that. I think
the original one was
isn't it Asgardian crowbar? Or something?
Yeah, Loki gave him a magic crowbar. I think it's kind of like Absorbing Man, because Loki gave somebody a magic I don't know chain thing, but he accidentally got it because he's just got lucky. I guess. I forget the exact origin of it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
They usually fight Thor.
I wonder what they're trying to do. I wonder who they're trying to secretly introduce with them trying to take her blood. I'm hoping it's the leader.
No, that's possible.
Since they're making the other Hulk movie canon.
Well, what they could do with that is they have the leader, right?
Yep.
And then they could have a flashback of him getting
his head swollen.
No, him getting destroyed by the Hulk. Because he's been trying to do this to the Hulk for a long time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All the time. But it never works out for some reason because the Hulk's so dumb that he doesn't fall for any of his tricks. He just kind of punches things until they stop moving.
Yeah.
And the leader is just a guy with a big brain.
Yeah. Or I'll say MODOK usually doesn't do anything with the Hulk that much.
No, MODOK's more like a Fantastic Four.
It's usually the leader, sometimes Dr. Doom.
MODOK's more like Fantastic Four, maybe X-Men. Avengers is more of his thing, actually.
I'm trying to think of
they just had a
Wendigo.
Didn't MODOK have a claymation kind of Robot Chicken?
Yes.
Patton Oswalt.
Ew.
That wasn't that great of a show.
No. I hope he falls off a cliff sometimes.
Why?
I don't know.
Because he's so I don't know, arrogant in some ways.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Not as much as Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill's become
why? Because
insufferable.
Because he lost weight.
Yeah. Well, everyone's making fun of me because I was the fat guy and everything. Well, that was your role. You were the fat guy and everything.
What's wrong with that, man?
If that's what made you famous. But then he got all weight loss, and then if anyone makes mention of his old parts, he gets all whiny.
Well, the reason why you're famous, man, is because of Superbad, and you weren't this way in Superbad, so
deal with it.
It's literally the first movie he was known for. So
you take a hit on the chin and you deal with it.
So yeah, there's a lot of kind of mediocre stuff in the Marvel universe right now. She-Hulk's the best one.
Yes.
Well, if you like a Moon Knight, that's your preference, but I didn't enjoy it very much. But
Moon Knight was okay. The first episodes were the good ones.
Yeah, it was too much. It was good surrealist stuff in the beginning, and then all of a sudden,
and then at the end, it got really good again.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't get to see. I stopped midway.
Yeah, get to the end. It gets really good again. Let me know when we have like 1 minute left. With that, we're gonna go over some other things. Next time we get together, Greg should be here, and we should all watch that movie, Palm Springs.
Yes.
We will watch Palm Springs and have the Palm Springs movie review special. Pew, 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 pew.
I will write a treatise.
Please
a
do.
long-winded, too many dictionary words review.
You need to write a pretentious review, like I wrote a pretentious ad for the coffee maker I found at an auction. I wrote it as a pretentious coffee maker.
What kind of pretentious coffee maker?
It's a coffee. It's called Coffee Siphon. I'll show it to you here in a minute.
Is it weird?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like a beaker set. Where they use steam to brew the coffee and it bubbles up through some tubes and stuff. It's crazy. What else? TeeSpring store is still, it's up, but it's not working right. So we're trying to figure that out. I like.
How could you mess up? Isn't there like a tutorial or something?
It's not really. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm hoping I have it solved by here in the next day or two. We're going to get more social media going, be more active on it. We've missed 2 episodes. How much time we got left?
3 minutes. Well, 4 minutes technically.
So we're going to try getting that together. We're going to try getting this a little more organized. We are going to have a Halloween special of some sort where we're going to do something. I don't know yet. I'm thinking we do like a visit a haunted place or something like that. Or what do you think, Dan? Anything?
I try not to think.
That's the spirit.
You're the leader.
Yep.
I am the leader.
Good job, flunky.
Wasn't that from like the old Hulk show?
Yeah. So says the leader.
I hope he has minions.
Yeah, I hope he does too. So we're gonna do something for Halloween. If we go visit scary places, we need to dress up as the Scooby Gang. You can do
what you want with that.
Come on.
I refuse.
You don't want to be Velma?
I am oh gosh, man.
You can be Velma.
Yeah, hobo.
I'll be Scooby. Actually, Andrew will be Velma. How about that? You could be Fred. Dan
why does anybody got to be anything?
Can you be Shaggy? You could be Shaggy. I'll be Scooby, and then
I am way too short for
Greg
that.
will be
this
Fred.
Isn't gonna work. Number one, you're the tallest guy in the group. Well, Andrew's pretty tall, but
yeah, Andrew's same height. How much time we got?
2 minutes.
All right. So, I mean, we got to do something. I haven't decided what we're going to do yet.
Obviously.
We're going to go over it. We're going to have a team meeting. Go team. Because you guys are overdue for a free dinner from me for
huzzah.
Your payment for being part of this.
Huzzah. What do you mean a scary place? What does that mean?
Like something that's like...
We're going to go, what, to divorce court? Try to scare us straight, never get married, stuff like that.
Oh, that's funny. Go to a recently divorced single guy's house where she took him for everything.
So it reminds me of the Family Guy thing where a guy was like sitting there in his underwear. He goes, "This is better." Yeah, this is better.
Where are we at, sir? 1 minute. 1 minute. Exactly. I think we're gonna call it a show at this point, but we will figure out the Halloween special. We're overdue for a team meeting anyways.
Dressing up as a Scooby Gang in divorce court.
As long as you're Velma and you just say Jinkies a lot.
Oh, that's weird. You're just thinking about cross-dressing a lot. I know.
No, you can be male Velma. Vermin.
All right, on that note.
Have a good night.
All right, see ya.